Okay, something that is difficult to do as teachers sometimes, I think, is to track things, whether it be, you know, discipline, behavior issues in the classroom, or phone calls that you make at home, or even emails, or even now, like trying to show your leadership opportunities for the RISE model, and trying to document that you did do something that you think qualifies as leadership. But anyway, whatever it may be, with the power of Google Docs, your iPad, we can combine these things and get a really cool tool. So I'm in my mail here, my ACCS mail, and really all I'm going to do, you can see up here on these tabs, instead of being in the mail, I'm just going to go right up to here, and I'm going to go to Documents. And probably you've used Documents before, but there is a way that you can use Documents that's a lot different. And with the Documents, there's something in here as soon as it loads up called a form. And what that looks like is almost like, just hit create right here. So you're in your documents, you hit create, you go down here to form. And what this is going to look like is, and you've probably seen it before, basically you're making something that looks like a survey, but it's not really a survey. You can use it for a bunch of different things. So for example, I'm going to just make up something here. I'm going to say, I'm going to call this discipline tracker. And so I'm going to want to, anytime something happens in my classroom, and I think this could be really valuable for elementary, middle school, and high school, I want to be able to track it, so that I can, go to a parent or a principal and say, look, this is the fourth time this has happened. But I don't want to take a lot of time doing it, and I don't want to write it on a sticky note and then lose a sticky note and then try to put all the sticky notes together later. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put student's name, because that's probably pretty important in knowing this. And the thing is, I could leave it as a text question, but I'm going to be using my iPad, so I kind of want to make this a little more convenient for me later. Not really convenient for me now, but let's just say we're going to put the names of, nobody spells Mary like that, um, but we're going to put in some different names of some kids in here, and say you put all your students in there, and you got all these options. And why am I doing that? You might have 23, 25, 30 options, or maybe if you're a high school teacher, middle school teacher, 100 or 500, whatever you might teach. But the point is, you do that all that work now, it's going to pay off for you later. So we'll put done right here. Another, I mean, if I'm going to track discipline, probably I want to know maybe what the date is. So I'm going to go ahead and hit edit right there. That little pencil means edit. And maybe it would just make sense for me to leave this as a text. So I'll just put date there. And I'm going to leave it just as text. You can see there's all kind of choices here, but I'm just going to leave it as text, because I'm going to be able to type that in later. Probably something else that would be nice, and if I want to add an item, I just go up here. I want to know what it is that what they did. So I'll put type of behavior. So maybe hitting another. So here you go. You could put in all kinds of stuff. Talking excessively. That's a fun one, no matter what age you are. You could just come up with, you know, as many possible ones as you can. But I would also, excuse me, tough to type and talk at the same time. I would also want to make sure that you think about other too. But maybe cheating, that would be a good one. But then I want to add an other right here, so that you could actually type in one that some creative kid came up with, another way to get in trouble. But this is a really simple one. I mean, you could really go all out on this, but this is a pretty good start right here. And you can see up here in the corner, you can save that if it makes you feel better. But I'm also looking at this and I'm saying, okay, something pretty important here is this right here. This is the link. You can view the published form here. But before I do it, let's dress it up a little bit. Let's make it look nice. And I want to go with, here's some nice. I'm going to pick this right here. So this is what, when I click on this, this is actually what my form is going to look like once I finish it. And you can see it looks just like a survey. Um, that's going to work for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to copy that, oops, sorry, copy that URL, and I'm going to hit Command C, and that copies the, the address. I really don't have to do anything else now because, as you can see, there's no option to save, which means it's saved. It keeps up with you. Um, Also, though, if you wanted to make this easier, you could email this form, but I like using the URL. So I'm going to come down here, or you could go to your mail, and I'm going to go ahead and email this to myself because this is going to, I want to get this to my iPad because really that's something that is, I'll just send it to my personal address because that's hooked up to my iPad. I'm going to put Command V, which then is going to copy, or excuse me, paste this long address right here, and I'm going to hit send. And when I hit send, that's going to fly to my email, which is going to show up here on my computer, but more importantly to my iPad, so that I can go to my iPad and show you what I want to do there. So let's switch to my iPad, so you have to switch to the next video.